Lord, I come before you today carrying these heavy burdens that weigh down my heart and mind. You see me when I wake up at 3 a.m. with my thoughts racing, when I check my phone compulsively for bad news, when I replay worst-case scenarios over and over. You know how worry has become my unwelcome companion, following me through grocery store aisles where I calculate expenses, through quiet moments when fear whispers lies about tomorrow. I'm tired of living in this constant state of, what if? And I need your peace that surpasses all understanding. Father, I acknowledge that worry has stolen too many precious moments from my life, moments I could have spent in joy, in connection, in trust. Help me release these burdens into your capable hands right now. God, I confess that I've been trying to control outcomes that are completely beyond my reach. I've been carrying responsibilities that were never mine to bear, shouldering weights that you never intended for my spirit. When I see the news and my chest tightens with anxiety about the world my children will inherit, remind me that you hold all of history in your hands. When I lie awake calculating bills and wondering how we'll make ends meet, help me remember how you've provided every single day of my life so far. I've been acting as if my worry could somehow protect me or my loved ones, as if my anxiety could prevent bad things from happening. But worry has never solved a single problem or added a moment to anyone's life. Instead, it has robbed me of the gift of this present moment, this breath, this heartbeat you've given me. Father, I think about Sarah, waiting decades for the promise you gave her, and how she must have wrestled with doubt and fear. I think about Mary, a young girl facing an impossible situation, choosing to trust your plan even when it made no earthly sense. These women of faith walked through uncertainty with courage because they knew you were with them. Lord, I want that same trust, that same ability to rest in your sovereignty even when I can't see the path ahead. Help me understand that faith and worry cannot coexist in the same space, that choosing trust is choosing to release the illusion of control I've been clinging to. When my mind starts spiraling into fear, interrupt those thoughts with reminders of your faithfulness throughout my life. God, I remember when I was a little girl and would run to my mother when I was scared. She would hold me close and tell me everything would be okay, and somehow in her arms, I believed it completely. That's how I want to feel in your presence. Safe, secure, knowing that you've got everything under control. But somewhere along the way, I started believing that being an adult meant carrying all these worries alone. I started thinking that faith meant having all the answers instead of trusting the one who does. Lord, help me return to that childlike trust, that simple faith that doesn't need to understand everything to rest peacefully. Teach me to run to you first when fear knocks at my door, instead of running to worst-case scenarios or desperate attempts to fix everything myself. Right now, Father, I'm choosing to release my worry about my family's health and safety. I place each of my loved ones in your protective care, knowing that you love them even more than I do. When I see them struggling or facing challenges, help me pray instead of panic, trust instead of trying to control their outcomes. I release my anxiety about financial provision, choosing to remember how you've never let me go without what I truly needed. Even in seasons of struggle, you've provided in ways I never expected, through people and opportunities that could only have come from you. I let go of my worry about the future, about decisions I need to make, about paths that seem unclear. I trust that you will guide my steps as I seek you, that you will open doors that need to be opened and close ones that need to stay shut. Lord, I also release the worry that comes from comparing my life to others, from social media feeds that make everyone else's life look perfect while mine feels chaotic. Help me remember that you have a unique plan for my life, that my journey doesn't need to look like anyone else's to be beautiful and purposeful. When I start worrying that I'm behind, that I'm not where I should be at this stage of life, remind me that your timing is perfect and your plans for me are good. I choose to believe that you're working all things together for my benefit, even the difficult seasons, even the waiting periods, even the times when nothing makes sense. Replace my anxiety about not being enough with confidence in your sufficiency working through me. Father, I think about the lilies of the field that you mentioned, how they don't worry about tomorrow yet they're clothed more beautifully than Solomon in all his glory. I want to live with that same trust, that same peace that comes from knowing my provider personally. When worry tries to convince me that I need to figure everything out, Remind me that even the sparrows are in your care and I am worth so much more. Help me see worry for what it really is. A thief that steals joy, peace, and the ability to see your goodness in my present circumstances. I choose to be like those flowers, rooted in your love, growing toward your light, trusting that you will provide everything I need for each season of growth. God, transform my worry into worship, my anxiety into anticipation of your goodness. When my mind wants to rehearse problems, help me rehearse your promises instead. When fear whispers about all the things that could go wrong, let your spirit remind me of all the ways you've made things right in my life. I want to become a woman who faces uncertainty with confidence, not because I trust in my own abilities, but because I trust in your unfailing character. Change my default response from worry to prayer, from fear to faith, from anxiety to expectancy of your intervention. Let my life be a testimony to others that peace is possible even in the midst of life storms when we anchor our hearts in you. Right now, Father, I feel your peace beginning to wash over me like gentle waves on a shore, carrying away the debris of worry I've collected. I sense your presence surrounding me like a warm embrace, reminding me that I am never alone in my struggles. Your spirit is whispering to my heart that everything is going to be okay, not because life will be perfect, but because you are perfect and you are with me. I can feel the tension leaving my shoulders, the tightness in my chest beginning to relax as I breathe in your truth and breathe out my fears. This is what I've been searching for in all my worrying. This peace, this rest, this assurance that comes only from you. Lord, help me to remember this feeling when worry tries to return. Help me to recall this moment of surrender, this experience of your peace, this decision to trust you completely. When anxiety knocks at my door again, and I know it will, give me the strength to choose faith over fear, prayer over panic, trust over trying to control everything. Make me quick to bring my concerns to you and slow to pick up burdens you never ask me to carry. Transform me into a woman who radiates your peace, who faces challenges with calm confidence, who rests securely in your love regardless of circumstances. I also lift up every woman who might be listening to this prayer, every sister who is struggling with her own worries and fears. Lord, meet each one exactly where she is, in her kitchen at midnight wondering how she'll handle tomorrow, in her car crying about a difficult situation, in her quiet moments when anxiety feels overwhelming. Let her know that she's not alone, that you see her struggles and you care deeply about every concern that keeps her awake at night. Surround her with your peace right now, fill her heart with your hope, and remind her of your perfect love that casts out all fear. Use this time of prayer to bring breakthrough in her life, freedom from the chains of worry that have held her captive for too long. For those watching, there's a special ebook in our pinned comment called Don't Think, Trust and Surrender that can help ease anxiety symptoms. Remember, this complements but doesn't replace professional guidance. Father, I pray that you would increase our faith community, that you would use testimonies of your faithfulness to encourage others who are struggling. Help us to be brave enough to share how you've brought us through difficult seasons, how you've provided when provision seemed impossible, how you've brought peace in the midst of chaos. Let our lives be living proof that worry is not the answer, but you are. Make us beacons of hope for others who are drowning in anxiety, showing them that there is a better way to live, in trust, in peace, in confidence in your goodness. God, I thank you for the freedom I feel right now, for the lightness in my spirit, for the hope that's rising in my heart. I thank you for being a God who cares about every detail of my life, who knows every worry before I speak it, who has solutions prepared before I even know I have problems. You are so good to me, so faithful, so worthy of my complete trust. I praise you for your patience with me when I've chosen worry over faith, for your gentleness when I've been anxious, for your constant love that never wavers even when my trust does. Lord, as I continue forward from this moment, I commit to practicing daily surrender of my worries to you. Help me to start each morning by placing my concerns in your hands before my feet even hit the floor. Teach me to end each day by releasing any anxiety I've picked up, choosing gratitude over worry as I reflect on your faithfulness. When unexpected challenges arise, and they will, help me to respond with immediate prayer instead of immediate panic. Make this new way of living, this life of trust instead of worry, My natural response to uncertainty. Father, I believe that you are already working on solutions to problems I don't even know I have yet. I trust that you are preparing provision for needs that haven't even arisen. I have faith that you are orchestrating circumstances for my good, even when I can't see how the pieces fit together. This is what faith looks like. Trusting you in the unknown, resting in your character when I can't see your plan, choosing peace when everything around me suggests I should worry. God, multiply the impact of this prayer time beyond what I can imagine. Let the peace I'm receiving ripple out to my family, creating a more peaceful home environment. Let my increased trust in you inspire my friends and colleagues who are watching how I handle stress. Use my testimony of freedom from worry to encourage others who feel trapped in anxiety. Make me a living example of what it looks like to cast all cares on you because you care for us. I declare that worry no longer has power over my life, that fear cannot dictate my decisions, that anxiety will not steal another moment of joy from me. I choose to live in the freedom you've purchased for me, to walk in the peace you've promised, to rest in the security of your unfailing love. My life belongs to you, my future is in your hands, and my heart is finally at rest in your goodness. Thank you for hearing this prayer, for meeting me in my need, for being exactly who you promised to be, my provider, my protector, my peace. If this prayer has touched your heart, please like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear these words of hope. Your support helps us reach more women who are struggling with worry and anxiety, and together we can remind each other that we serve a God who is bigger than our biggest fears. Let's continue to lift each other up in prayer and faith, knowing that in Him, we can live free from the burden of worry and full of His perfect peace. Amen.